Still on the first part, on the introductory segment of our project here, looking at the Ichimoku, and it is time to take a look at the next element the indicator has. We've looked at the Tenkan so far, the red line here, and we've learned that the Tenkan basically represents the average of the previous 9 candles. So just take a vertical line here. So the average of the previous 9 candles. Let's see where the 9 candles are. So it represents the average between the previous 9 candles, highest high and lowest low, and there is the level for the Tenkan. Then we've moved forward with our analysis for the Ichimoku, Kinko here elements, and the Kinjun here. This is the line, the blue line is being called the Kinjun. And the Kinjun here, the Kinjun line represents basically the average for the last 26 periods. Let's try to change the color. Let's say from this moment of time, let's try to change the color so that we know we are talking about Kinjun. So we're looking at 26 periods from this moment on to the left side. Let's try to identify the exact 26. Basically it should fall somewhere around here. $25, so one more candle. So it takes the highest high represented here and the lowest low represented here, makes an average, and there you go. You have the value for the Tenkan. Now the next element to be introduced is the Kumo, or the cloud, as it is being called in the Western approach. As you probably know by the name, the Ichimoku Kinko here is a Japanese indicator, so it comes from the Japanese technical analysis field, and it has been adopted quite fast by Western technical analysis world because of the highest value it brings to the technical analysis. Now the Ichimoku has a lot of advantages, and one of them is represented by the fact that it is visible. Clear support and resistance areas are visible, and this matters the most for traders. One of the most visible elements of the Ichimoku is the cloud, and this is formed by the area between the Senko A and the Senko B lines, or spans. This is the Senko A, is the first line here, and the Senko B. Whenever you are having a trend, a cloud, for example, that is green and moving to the upside, the Senko A is always the first line, and Senko B the other one, the last one. Changes in the Senko A and Senko B values are the ones that make the actual cloud, or the Kumo, to change in color. A green cloud signals a bullish bias, while a red cloud signals a bearish bias, and that makes it for the trader to easily identify both current market conditions, looking at the cloud color that corresponds to the current price level, and future market condition, as the cloud is actually being plotted 26 periods ahead. So this is the actual price, but the cloud is plotted forward 26 periods ahead in order to contribute to the equilibrium state that we've discussed earlier. Because of the fact that it is so visible and it appears basically all over the screen, trading with the cloud is a way favored by many traders. Different techniques can be used, and regardless of the asset to be traded, binary options in our case here, with the time frame that is being used to be considered an important element. The higher the time frame, the most powerful the outcome. A lot of techniques being used as well, like mentioned earlier. When price is coming and reaching the Kumo, look for a bounce. When the Kinko is coming, for example here in a bullish environment, Kinko is coming, and by the time the Kinko reaches the cloud, you should expect a bounce. As you can see here, this is a 5-minute chart. The Kinko is coming from the left side here, trying to reach the cloud, failing to reach the cloud, bounces to the upside, and then basically it is being rejected, but not really touching the cloud. When you look to the downside here, see, this is a bearish environment on the 5-minute chart with the Kinko coming, hitting the cloud, and then being rejected. So strong support and resistance area. A lot of strategies can be used. 60-second options, buying puts if the if the environment is bearish, buying calls if the environment is bullish, and so on and so forth. We'll move on now, still with the Kumo, but we'll show exactly how it is being used and how it should be interpreted. So please stay for the next recording.